Oh my God. My head died. What's up, fellas? All right. Well, all right. Just for the hell of it, I only gotta get the Sportster out today because I haven't ridden her in quite a while. I have not rode her at all since I changed the grips. So I wanted to get the grips out. I wanted to get the bike out, see how the grips feel. Oh, very active. And I gotta remember when I am shifting and using the turn signals, this is not the BMW. Everything's in a different spot. Supposed to be warm tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm taking the big bike out. Today it is a cool, balmy 36 degrees. I think I need to put more stickum on that handle, on that grip. 41 miles on this tank, so I'm good for a little while. My main complaint with this motorcycle is that it does not do good on gas. Not gas mileage, but the tank is only 3 gallons. The light comes on it with 1 gallon in the tank, so you can get about 100 miles out of the tank before it decides that you need more gas. Which, you know, if you're on a ride, it makes you stop every once in a while and put gas in it. But at the same time, it's not convenient when you're trying to get to work. You can usually after about 4 days of work, I have to stop and put gas in it. So usually that's a Thursday night or a Friday morning when I don't feel like stopping for gas. But that's just how it works out. I have not put a shield back on this bike yet, because I can't decide whether I want to put the Spitfire back on or get a larger windshield that fastens to the forks, which is probably what I want. I want something that goes on the fork tubes. Ooh, let's turn this up one more notch there. And I have got my neck buff on, but I probably should have worn the thicker one because this is good for blocking a little wind, but not when you're doing 50-60 miles an hour. So I should have got the wool one. One great thing I did get from the military before I left was a lot of good gear, because they send you to everything between sandy, cold, hot, windy, wet. So all the gear you get in the military is really good gear. And I got 2 really good neck gaiters from them that I wear when it's really cold. But since today I wasn't going to, not coming back at midnight or 1 in the morning, I decided I didn't need it. I'm just doing like a little jaunt around town just to get the bike a little running room. So I guess I'll be okay. Oh, I love this bike. I would say my next purchase is going to be a windshield for this thing, but with Forgotten Angels coming up next month, I probably should get more gear for the BMW. BMW is going to need Probably not need, but I should put on a new front tire before we go down to Florida. It is a roughly 12-hour trip down. I'm sure we'll probably do a lot of rides while we're there with friends from the Discord, and then another 12-hour ride back. So I probably should consider more getting that bike ready to go than getting this one all ready to go and then taking the other bike and then something happening. Look like some police up there. I think that's where the high school is. Probably just a game or something tonight, maybe. All right, so let's talk about cold weather gear, since it's 36 and I'm pretty comfortable out here right now. So pants, dual full thermal pants from Amazon. I might throw that up in the link. Wicked stock pants. Oh, look, they got the road blocked off. Not sure what's going on there. No clue. Guess I should have went straight. Well, I guess I'm fucked. Not sure what's going on, but it sure looks heavy duty. That was interesting. Okay, anyway. So wicked stock pants. Also on Amazon. Bing. I got those on the last unboxing, but I'll go ahead and show them to you again, because now that I'm riding out in, it's probably less than the 34 now, and it's still pretty warm. So, you know, good job, wicked stock. Then of course the Revit Jacket, and I'll warn you in advance, it is not cheap. I'll throw it up here. Boing. This jacket was I think like $350 when my wife got it for me last year. But it is an engineered skin coat, and I got it built from Cycle Gear that's really comparable, and the built was only $99, and I swap them out. The only reason I'm not wearing the built today is because I wore it all week last week, and I'm letting all the sweat out of it, letting her dry out. And yep, it was in the 20s last week, but because this stuff keeps you warm, you still sweat under it. You don't quite build a funk up, but that's why you air it out before it gets a funk in it. And if it does get funky, that's what all the zippers are for. Unzip it and let her bump. Let her air out. Not when it's 32 degrees, but then next on the list, don't know if you can see them very good in the light, but I'll throw up another one. Another unboxing from last week is my Indy Ridge leather Gauntlet Gloves, the black ones, which I love. I love the, well, I love them. I mean, I love them. I love them, Dad. I love them. They say they are not insulated, but I have no problem telling you that they will keep your hands warm. Wind is the biggest part of motorcycles, and as far as getting cold, and a leather glove will keep the wind off of you. And regrettably, I did not wear my Indy Ridge boots today because they are low cuff. And when you're riding in the wind, you do not want low cuff boots. So instead, I am wearing a Milwaukee leather boot that also keep them oiled, same thing. Keep them oiled to keep them soft. Once they lose their softness, they start cracking. Once they crack, then they bust open. Once they bust open, anything on the outside is going to get on the inside. Whether that be rain, water, whatever, don't matter. Hope that makes sense to everybody. All right, well, I think I'm far enough from home. I just want to get the bike out and stretch her a little bit. So let's get home and do a review. I'm losing my light here, so let's go unbox some stuff. Well, this is interesting. I kind of have no idea where I'm at. This is kind of cool. It says I'm only 20 minutes from home, but I'm up on one of the back roads of the back roads. I think the weatherman lied. It does not feel even like 32 degrees. Well, if I hit one of these puddles and go flying, you'll know that it's a lot less than 32 degrees. Yeah, this is BMW weather, not Harley weather. I can tell you this about these bars. The bars are more comfortable, but they put the mirrors in a place where you can't see anything behind you. I will keep looking for a fairing for it or a windshield, but that'll be after I get back from Forgotten Angels. That's concerning. I put rubber glue on them because I did not want to use the stupid glue. But I don't know. I'll give the rubber glue one more chance because I do not want to super glue them. But if it don't hold. All right, tribe, we're back at home now. So the police earlier were there was a really bad wreck. Truck hit a car head on. Hopefully everybody's okay. Somebody was severely injured, but I think they're going to be okay. So back to the unboxing. So I couldn't help myself. The box was from Indy Ridge. I had to open it. So what I had inside was I had some what they call masks or buffs or throat protectors, whatever. You can do just about anything with them. Hand me one over there. So here's what I got. I got a skull one. I got a black and white American flag. I got a colored American flag. All black with Indy Ridge logo. Paisley and urban camouflage. So again, I've shown these off before, but these are really good for one. Hey, look at me, I can't give you COVID. Or, oh my gosh, my head's cold today. Or, I'm gonna keep my hair out of my chili when I'm eating. Or, I'm going riding and I wanna keep my neck warm. So these gaiters are great. I'm gonna be giving them away. I'm going down to the Forgotten Angels compound. And they're really great. Now, last week when we were out, there was a young fellow, Toretto Wild 426, Himmy, that's his whole YouTube name. We were stopped on the side of the road and he was going the opposite direction. Saw us on the side of the road. We were just messing with our headsets trying to get music in. And he stopped because he thought we were broken down. So that is absolutely, verbatim, the biker's creed. Never leave another biker behind if you can help it. So Indy Ridge has sent me some of these hats and I would sure like to give him one. So Toretto Wild 426 Hemi, get a hold of me. You know where I'm at. You know how to get a hold of me. One of these is for you. And they also sent me
an Indy Ridge Insiders hat, but that's going to be for me. So when I get to these moto vlogger meetups, now that I'm, a big time moto vlogger, once I get off, I get the helmet off, I can put one of these on top of my head where nobody can see my scarred up head. What are you laughing at, kid? Oh, today's episode brought to you by Old Spice, because you might smell like Grandpa, but Grandpa was a baller. Chicks dug him. All right, and finally, so these were my Gauntlet Gloves from last week. I opened them, had time to run them. These were the replacement set, and they have broken in perfectly. They feel wonderful, they're great, they're warm. Remember, we talked about this earlier. Leather keeps out the air, and that's the biggest problem with bikes is air. My bike has heated grips, so the bottom of my hands stay nice and warm. Top of my hands are sheltered from air. It's a win-win situation. I do still plan on getting some hand protectors for the bike to block the wind off my hands on the handlebars, but just a little follow-up. Something else I've got is some Indy Ridge stickers. So look for those. I'll have some of those at the campground also. And then this is a sticker that I made up myself, because I kind of coined that phrase in a video a while back, and it's kind of stuck, and every once in a while somebody brings up that video and that saying because it's kind of funny. So look for me at one of the campouts. I'll be at Barber at the end of this month. I'll be at Forgotten Angels in March, and April may or may not be in Eureka Springs, but look for me there. And if you know how to get a hold of me, some people already have some of these. All they have to tell me is which ones they want. You know who you are. So the rest of them I'll bring to Forgotten Angels, and we're going to have a great camp out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more content like this to see what other kind of crazy stuff I buy and what Indy Ridge sends me. Peace out.